Hey, it's Kamil for HMV at 2000trees. I'm here with
Bobby of Bob Vylan.
First thing I wanted to ask is obviously the last record, Humble as the Sun, released on your own label, which we're all behind, especially at festivals like this. Do you think that allows you, as you do, speak about like injustices and kind of portray your actual views in your music rather than someone compared to like on the major label?
What is it easier? You mean?
Yeah, easier. Like it doesn't feel like there's someone up there kind of looking at what you can release or not.
Yeah, for sure, because there isn't, so this makes it like, it's easier, like it doesn't go through any kind of label or checks or anything to like, maybe that's a bit too much to say or whatever, it's just, it's like there's less barriers, I suppose, in terms of like the lyrics and the content that I'm able to talk about. So that's nice. It's a nice freedom to have. Do you know what I mean? But I also don't know any other way. So I don't know what to compare it to, really.
Yeah, that's true. Talking about that, you obviously talk a lot about like the punk ethics and injustices, kind of motivating people to like pull themselves up and help them. Do you think that it kind of pushes you towards making a certain kind of music as opposed to like kind of, if it's hard for me to imagine, for example, like a Bob Vylan love ballad, you know what I mean? So like is the kind of core image of Bob Vylan directing the music a little bit, or do you not really think about that?
Nah, I don't really think about it, to be honest. I think like it's just the music that is created, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, but there are definitely some, not love ballads, but there are definitely some more like love type songs, like some other songs that people wouldn't necessarily associate with Bob Vylan. They're not out yet, but like they're things that like they're being worked on, and it's just about figuring ways that things fit. There was a song on the album on Humble as the Sun that we removed at the very kind of last minute because it just didn't fit the project. And I think like Bob Vylan it's a project based band, like it's not, we don't release like just random tracks and singles with no album following, like it's really an album band. If that changes, which it might change maybe for the next year or so, and we release like more single tracks, so standalone tracks than albums, then for sure you probably hear a wider range, but at the moment it's just because creating an album is very intentional. Do you know what I mean? And so I think the sequencing of the album, how things flow, the lyrical content and all of that stuff, I like it to all fit together nicely,
Yeah, and I mean, us as HMV, obviously we deal with albums, and exactly. We definitely appreciate that. So Bob Vylan, for a while whilst you were coming up, you were kind of selected by people as your hot picks for people to watch out for coming up. I was wondering, do you have any like smaller bands that like you think are gonna go up?
For sure. Panic Shack, Problem Patterns, Grove. They're like three that I love, and they're like favourites of ours at Bob Vylan. They would be the three that I'd say watch out for. Panic Shack, especially because I know they're working on some stuff at the moment, and they're working on some. They're working on some bits and pieces. It's not for me to say, but they're working on some bits and pieces.
Well, we'll keep an eye out. Our ears is out. But I think they're performing this weekend too. So
they are, I think.
So I'll try to catch them. And on that, obviously, you mentioned some smaller bands that you're a fan of. Are there any other artists or bands that we'd love to collaborate with that you haven't had a chance to yet?
I think Grandson, who I just bumped into and is sharing, we're next door in the change room. But Grandson would be great. Other artists that we'd like to collaborate. I mean, like, there's a whole list of like big. I'm trying to think of like who is on the bill because that's easier for me to like to think. But like, there's tons of artists out there that would like Denzel Curry would be great. Like, that would be incredible. Of course, like Run the Jewels, that would be incredible. There's tons, but yeah, like here today that I'm thinking, yeah, Grandson would be
Nice. Yeah, he's about to come on the main stage, I think. So
I should have brought the interface and the setup. You know, we could have maybe made something happen right now.
That would be incredible. Yeah, fucking little live song.
Yeah,
Trees, love it. But yeah, then the last question I ask most bands is, what was the first album you bought? Because obviously HMV, so.
The first album that I remember buying or like purchasing with my own money, I think it was Ghostface Killer, Iron Man, and it was bought from HMV, and I couldn't buy it because it had a parental advisory sticker on, and so I got my friend who is a little bit older than me I gave him my money and he bought it, and it was like a US import. Remember the US imports used to be spenny, they used to be expensive, and so that weren't no like 10 or 11 pound CD. It was like 17, 18 pounds, you know what I mean, for a CD.
Yeah,
so
dedication.
Yeah, for sure.
So Humble as the Sun, it's out already on CD and vinyl. You can buy it on hmv.com, and thank you for speaking to me. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you like this type of content, if you'd like to see more interviews at festivals, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you at the next one.
Gang gang.